Well, welcome back to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, everybody. Kevin McAlpin with 680 The Fan and the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. We're getting you set for the Braves and the Cubs here from the press box. It is Game 4. It's the finale of this series. Braves are looking to get out of here with another series win on the road. First pitch is set for 2:20 p.m. Eastern. Bryce Wilson and Tyler Chatwood, a couple of right-handers going at it here in this afternoon's finale. It does not get a whole lot better than matinee baseball here at Wrigley Field, and we should have a good one on tap for you here a little bit later on this afternoon. Braves are 5.5 games up over the second-place Phillies. We are officially at the midway point of the season. Braves have played 81 games. They are 48-33. Now, at this point last season, they were 47-33. So they have one more win, but they have 2.5 extra games in the standings here in the National League East. As I mentioned, 5.5 up over the second-place Phillies. Cubs are 6 over 500. They're 43-37, a game up over the second-place Brewers here in the National League Central. Braves 5-3 winners on the road last night. 2 more home runs, Brian McCann and Nick Markakis. The old dudes doing it last night, giving this club 50 homers in the month of June. And the all-time franchise records for homers in a single month, we talked about this yesterday, is 55. That was set by the 2003 Braves in the month of May. Still 4 games to go in the month. 1 here, then 3 at Citi Field against the New York Mets over the weekend. So certainly a lot of opportunity for the Braves to shatter an all-time franchise record for homers in a single calendar month. As I mentioned on Tuesday, it was Ozzie and Ronald doing the damage. Last night, it was the old guys, B-Mac and Markakis, going deep for the Braves. Nick, a 3-run shot into the basket in right center field. That proved to be the game winner, supporting Dallas Keuchel, who worked 5 2/3 innings last night. Gave up 3 runs on 8 hits, earning his first win in his new uniform. And it was an impressive performance from Dallas Keuchel, and the reason I say that is he had to sit through about a 50-minute rain delay, and counting the Braves batting when they returned from the delay, it was over an hour until he stepped back on the mound. Now, he did throw an inning, faced some hitters in the cage underneath while they waited out that rain delay last night, but for him to go out there and get this team into the 6th inning after the way the bullpen has been used the last few days, certainly a really gritty and gutsy performance from Dallas Keuchel last night. And again, he earns his first win, first of many wins to come here wearing a Braves uniform. Braves bullpen was outstanding last night. Once again, we saw A.J. Minter get the final 4 outs last night. So they've got a lot of options on who they can mix and match and plug in, but they wanted to give Luke Jackson a night off. He had appeared in 3 of the last 4 games. So Minter closes it out, gets the final 4 outs, and the Braves shake hands, 5-3 winners last night. Atlanta now 5-1 against the Cubs this season. They get a chance to go 6-1 here today for the first time in over a decade. And since June the 7th, Braves are 15-4. That's the best record in all of Major League Baseball. As I mentioned, they give the ball to Bryce Wilson here today, the 21-year-old right-hander, a .249 earned run average in his last 8 starts at AAA Gwinnett. 49 strikeouts in 47 innings pitched, so better than a strikeout per inning. You'll love that. Fastball, slider, changeup. His fastball usage has been down a little bit this year, but he's been mixing in that changeup a lot more here today. So look for him to utilize that changeup to neutralize some of the Cubs' left-handed bats that they will feature in their order here today. As I mentioned, Tyler Chatwood, fellow righty on the mound here today. It's his 19th appearance of the season for the Cubs, but only his 3rd start of the year. They've been using him out of the bullpen. So Chatwood, walks have been a big-time issue for Tyler Chatwood. Looking back at last season, get this, 95 walks opposed to 85 strikeouts. This season, 22 walks to go along with 30 strikeouts. So he can be wild. The Braves have a really patient approach at the plate. They have a lot of veteran hitters, of course, in this lineup. So really want to make this guy work and see if you can get him out of there early. Now, the big story here today on the north side of Chicago, Craig Kimbrell added to the Chicago bullpen. He will be here with the team today. Of course, the former Brave made a couple of appearances in the minors for the Cubs, and he was activated prior to today's game. So the Braves will hope they don't have to see Craig Kimbrell in the 9th inning here today. Hey, Braves fans, you're doing a tremendous job on voting for the All-Star Game. That wraps up at 4 o'clock Eastern today, so don't take your foot off the gas. Go out and make sure you vote. The Braves have 7 finalists in the running to start in the All-Star Game. That'll be announced a little bit later on. But again, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern, so make sure you go out and vote your Braves. Try to get a lot of guys representing this team in Cleveland in the All-Star Game in a couple of weeks. They certainly deserve it, and certainly validation for what this team has accomplished this season to see so many guys in the leading their votes. Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Josh Donaldson, even Dansby Swanson making a real serious case, along with Ronald Acuna and Brian McCann as well. So and Nick Markakis as well. So hopefully you go out and vote your Braves. Again, 4 p.m. Eastern is the deadline. And again, first things first, we got the Braves and the Cubs. Matinee baseball here from Wrigley. It's a 2:20 p.m. Eastern first pitch. Jim Powell and Joe Simpson will have the call right here from the press box at Wrigley Field. Beautiful day for baseball. Hope you can join us on the Fan and the Braves Radio Network.